From our previous work, we know that the cosine of 2 theta is equal to cosine squared theta minus 1. If we take that and solve for cosine of theta, so we would add 1. So we have cosine of 2 theta plus 1 equals 2 cosine squared theta. And divide by 2. So we have cosine squared theta is equal to cosine 2 theta plus 1 over 2. And then just one more step, and that is to take the square root of each side. Remembering, of course, that when we take the square root, we have to put in that plus or minus. I'm going to switch sides of the equal sign here and write it as the cosine of theta equals plus or minus the square root cosine 2 theta plus 1 all over 2. Okay, we're going to make one more change there, and that is to replace theta with theta over 2 in both places. So that makes it the cosine of theta over 2 is plus or minus the square root of the cosine of theta plus 1 over 2. So this is the half angle identity for cosine. Take a minute and work through the same development for finding the half angle formula for the sine of theta. Okay, you should have ended up with the formula that we have here for sine of theta over 2 is plus or minus 1 square root of 1 minus cosine theta over 2. And then for the cosine, the one we developed previously. And then for tangent, we have the tangent of theta over 2, and we actually have 3 possibilities for that. These formulas you may write down on a note card for the test. So we're going to look at applying those formulas now. So here we want to find the sine of 22.5, and we should recognize pretty quickly that the sine of 22.5 is the sine of 45 over 2. So we're going to write that as 45 over 2. And then we can apply the half angle formula. So the half angle formula says we take plus or minus. Now I know that this is going to be in the first quadrant, so I know I want the positive value. The square root of 1 minus the cosine of theta. So that's going to be the cosine of 45, since theta over 2 is 22.5. Theta is 45 over 2. And now we just want to look at that and simplify. So cosine of 45 is, of course, square root of 2 over 2. And all that's over 2. Continuing to simplify, that is the square root of 2 minus radical 2 over 2. And all of that over 2. Well, we have the complex fraction still. So to get rid of complex fractions, we always multiply by the reciprocal. So instead of dividing by the 2, we multiply by 1/2 makes it 2 minus the square root of 2 over 4. So our final answer, square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 over 4. And not a very pretty answer, but we can just take one more step with that to simplify the denominator to 2. Try this next problem on your own. Once again, when you have the angle given in radians, you do have the option of changing that to degrees to work with. Try that and enter your answer. And the answer is A, 2 minus the square root of 3.